Six Flags. It's playtime.
Well, I'm Adorny, and we've been asking people what they like best.
I can afford to bring the whole team!
Then we told them about Wildwater Kingdom at Dorney, with a giant wave pool, water slide, and more!
Go team!
Dorney's open now, Wildwater Kingdom opens soon, and the World Inland Professional Surfing Championships here from June 19th through the 23rd! So let's do Dorney! And Wildwater Kingdom, too!
So Craig Sullivan, I'm on vacation all this week. I'm still theoretically on vacation now. Got to be honest with you. The amusement parks, not as much fun as those commercials.
Well, I think sometimes you just got to get on the roller coaster and enjoy it.
I think you do. And we're going to talk about all of that because I feel this week in particular, it's time for an audit. Hello, one. Hello, all. We got Aloha Craig. I, of course, am Vacation Glenn. It is the final day of my vacation. Craig, usually I love when we get to Fridays. This week, not so much. I want to be working next week.
Well, realistically, you worked all week, brother, and I feel sorry for you.
Hey,
so,
we're definitely going to get into that. That is the reason why I'm calling this episode Rollercoaster Sweat and Parental Sacrifice. Why? Because I got to take my family to not one, but two regional amusement parks. So much better of a choice than going to Mexico, Craig. I'll tell you.
Yeah. I don't believe that one, Pinocchio.
Hey, listen, I'm telling myself that every single morning because when I had to cancel that Mexico trip, I'm like, oh, God, I need something to get me through that, which is why I'm embracing tequila all this summer. It's my Mexican summer of tequila. So I'm having a great time with that. Colleen, yes, it has been great having some time off, but I'm not sure I'm ever going to come back, Craig. I think I'm just staying on vacation.
Well, if you're going to do that, I think to go with the tequila, you absolutely need to have a Corona, and then you can make magic Coronas by your pool. And 3 of those, and you're done. So there you go.
Right. So I was going to bring in our guest, but she just put the camera off for a second. I guess she's having I was going to say she must be having an incident with some of the house pets over there. But Craig, let's pass it along to you. Who this week is our incredible guest?
Our incredible guest is Darina Sokanthong, and she's with KCS West, a major construction company.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Hey.
Glenn, it's nice to finally meet you on the show. And Craig, it's always a pleasure to see you as well.
Yes, Darina, we go way back to about 8 minutes ago when you signed on.
Yeah, exactly. Man, good couple minutes, absolutely.
It's actually the second longest relationship I've ever had in my life. So this is pretty.
I'm on the roster. I made it.
There you go. You made it. Absolutely. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you again. This is always fun and exciting. Again, just as you, I'm happy it's Friday.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it is so much fun taking vacation, but I love being here on Friday nights with everyone, Darina, because it is so much fun. We get to hang out. We get to have some laughs. And I've got a serious problem, though, Craig. I'm running out of T-shirts to wear here on Friday nights. This is episode 26. I've successfully pulled off, I think, 26 different T-shirts. I'm running low, so I'm going to appeal to all of you guys out there. Send me your swag. Drop me a note. Send me a cool T-shirt. Maybe I will wear it on air. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just put it up on eBay and try to make some extra cash unless out here.
Well, wait a minute. You haven't gone through your entire collection because I know for a fact you've got at least 2 Click T-shirts that have not made it to the show.
They're long sleeve T-shirts, so I've got to wait for appropriate. Got 4,000 degrees outside, so I got to wait. I do have one that have been holding for Halloween because I had that Friday the 13th shirt from a couple of weeks back. So there might still be a couple of hidden away for special occasions. Darina, I'm sure that you really care about this.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Well, trust me, I think.
As
Right.
she sits there and thinks, "What did I get myself into?"
Yes, Daniel, this is live. I'm like half dead from being on vacation all weekend, running around regional amusement parks and stuff like that, and the mall. The mall, not the shopping mall, but the one in Washington, D.C., the outdoor mall. And I got to tell you, Darina, I went to University of Maryland. And when I first went down to D.C. to start looking at things, I kept hearing about the mall, the mall, the mall. I'm on this incredible expanse of grass and splendor. And I'm like, where's the damn mall? I want to get some 8-track tapes over here, people. Yes, I am technically on vacation still, but I could not hang out and drink.
Look who's here. Producer David.
I'm here to steal your show.
Welcome.
Me, any eye patches. I made my own. You guys can go and take your eye patches and shove it. I have such a better one because no one wants to give me any gifts. No one wants to give me any swag. So now I just do it myself. So Aloha, Greg, Craig, Vacation, Glenn, Darina, you're the only one on this show I actually like now.
Yeah. I'm number one, guys. Did you hear that?
Number 1, 2, and 3.
Number
yeah,
one.
until 3:00. Then
not just a soap opera, but a Mexican soap opera, Mike. I think that's where he's a villain from.
Oh my God!
I'm drinking by the way.
Well, I'm wondering because I did put out a SOS to Captain Chris, friends at Pirate Revenue, to send over producer David a eye patch, but
don't need one now. I have my own.
Now that he's insulted everybody,
thanks to a well-placed piece of white paper and a Sharpie.
Wow!
You too can have your very own Pirate Dave eye patch.
Yeah, and when that ink gets into your eyeball and you're in an emergency room, make sure you let us know.
Okay? That's why you have tape and there's a space. You see the space between my eyes.
Can you send me an instructional video just so I know how to make the patch?
I'll put it on YouTube. There's a very particular way.
Step by step.
You need to draw it in a very specific pattern, Darina. If you draw it long, then it's not an eye patch.
Oh my
God. It's a piece of paper.
In fact, every week we've got a brand new segment, Getting Crafty with Dave. Send us your ideas on what you can do. Maybe he'll pick your choice. Dave? What are you going to do for us next week to top the pirate patch?
Well, I think that should be left to the audience. So, audience out there, throw some suggestions in the comments. Tell me what I should.
How about you color your beard? So
MacGyver next week.
Hold on, I gotta clear it. Jackie, this is water. This is the tequila that
There we go.
I'm on vacation and it's Friday. I have to mourn the end of my vacation, so I'm upping the drinking right about now. So, Dave, what's going on with you? How is work this week?
Work was great. Hearing all about your fancy escapades through the Mideast was tremendous while I was here.
Slaving away.
Doing budget season, all this fun stuff that happens towards the end of August and early September. So I have to just say it's been a dynamite week.
That's excellent. Hey, Darina, I got to tell you, I felt really badass because we had this giant hurricane that was supposed to be coming our way here on Long Island, right? So are we going to batten down the hatches? What are we going to do? No, I decided to leave my wife here and flee the area with the children. Someone had to look after the cats, right? I mean, come on.
Of course.
Right? So
responsible, Glenn.
Sacrifice, right?
It's a very Glenn thing. It's a very Glenn thing to do.
So it was really cool because the storm was coming. But I could tell it was still 75 miles away. So we hopped in the car and we totally avoided it. And we got out of there. And it was great. We drove down to Annapolis, Maryland, and ate seafood while my wife and the cats were hanging on for dear life over here. But it was a great meal. So.
Hey, Glenn, does Mrs. Houseman know that you rented that 500 series Mercedes so that junior kids could have a great time?
Yeah, well, she does now.
So, Darina, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You know, we've obviously met for the first time now. What, 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
But you can tell you're a very professional lady. You're very well presented. You know, very well
Thank you.
spoken. What on earth are you doing with these bunch of characters? What has happened in your life to turn that so far down?
You know what? I asked myself the same. Craig texted me this morning. You ready for sound check? I'm like, who the heck is Craig? Just kidding. Was it?
Sorry, I'm home.
No, but Craig and I we actually got introduced through a colleague of ours and a friend, Tom Bergeson over at AO. So great guy, you know, obviously great firm, and you know, anyone that Tom vets, you know, I know is, you know, a great human being. So Craig and I met for the first time, and we communicated beforehand. We met in Alice, which was like about a month or two ago.
Yep.
So yeah, like he's a great, you know, great personality. Again, like, you know, he's got this charisma about him. You know, it's magnetic, so you can't not help but like him. You know, you want to gravitate towards him. So, but yeah, like I said, so I love that what he's doing, what you guys are doing. You know, I thank you again for the opportunity to be on here and kind of, kind of
clearly,
with you
Darina
guys
has
a little
not
bit.
watched the first
Big mistake
25
thanking
episodes.
us before this.
Hey, be nice to my exhibitor for the California Lodging Investment Conference, please.
No, I think
That's great.
I think she's tremendous. I'm just saying, I don't think you're tremendous.
Well, I know
everybody-
that I'm not, and Glenn's questionable, but you're definitely tremendous, David.
All right, so a little typo, but Mike is saying, Darina, you're classing up Friday night on it nicely. Honestly, I know he's complimenting you, but it's really not that hard to class it up.
And wait, last week? No, was it 2 weeks ago we were in Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or was it last week?
Oh.
Wow, it was 2 weeks already.
2 weeks.
I was gonna say, that tremendous show of like just voices and people and boxing rings all over the place. You know, it was very well.
It was
produced.
a lot of fun.
It was a tremendous amount of fun.
I will tell you, going to those concerts was a little more fun than trying to do Six Flags America in 96-degree weather with
I believe you. We used to do the same annual traditional trip with my brother and my kids, you know, at the time I was married. And we'd only go during the summer because you're off school, but, you know, Valencia and the Valley, oh no. And they have like those little spritzy thingies. I mean, they don't do anything. It's like as soon as it sprays out, it's already evaporated.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I get some, please?
For real.
Right, yeah. And I'll tell you what, it evaporated just like my will to live about 3 hours.
Yeah,
I can empathize.
Lying there on the sidewalk, I'm like, guys, go ride Hydra without me. I can't. You'll be better off.
Yeah, Glenn, we have to have you and the boys come out and do a nice summer hot day at Six Flags Magic Mountain in beautiful Valencia.
How about this? How about you guys all come? We'll meet in Florida and we'll do Disney World in August. I think that would be
I did that 2 summers ago. It was great. I lost 10 pounds. All you
guys can FaceTime me. I can be there in spirit. It's not happening. I've gone to Miami plenty, or just Florida in the summer. Like, no, the humidity is like insane in Florida, at least for me. So
I was in Miami for a speaking gig one time in August, and I walked outside, and I'm like, I'm changing all my plans and eating at the price restaurant in this hotel because it was just too damn hot.
Well, that's what I was saying today. Is walking around the city, we're getting lunch with some of my colleagues, and it's a steamy 85, 90 degrees up here right now, and there's some people sitting outside in the outdoor dining areas, and I'm like, how on earth can you be outside eating, doing anything in this weather, much less sitting outside for an extended time by choice? Just give me the AC all day. But Daniel, what's going on, buddy? How are you? We're chatting about nothing at all. We're the very poor man's version of Seinfeld over here.
I don't know. I think Glenn's tax bill will say otherwise.
Well, that's true. We're not poor in tax bill, but we're very poor in quality.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, I'm curious. How was HD Expo?
Wait, before the expo.
I
need everybody to just give a big Friday night shout out to my director of sales, Juliana,
I
for
feel
her,
like every
for
Friday.
her birthday. It was her birthday on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Happy born day.
She turned the pig
Nice.
3-0, so now she's an old lady like me, being an old man. Welcome to the
I
dirty
am. I
club.
got some grays accumulating on this side of my head already. Turned 30 and here we go.
Look at this.
Horrible.
Is that because you work with David?
No. I don't know where I would be without David, let me tell you.
You would
In a
be
much
a
happier
superstar
place, most
salesperson.
likely.
She would be. She would be as successful in her job versus me. Maybe
Oh,
holding me down.
Bye guys, have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye. Happy born day.
Happy
Bye.
birthday.
Hey, Craig, good news. In the
Yes.
Hackensack River, Craig, we found your shoe. We found thanks, Mike.
Have a good weekend.
You're a real champ. You're doing a yeoman's duty
Nice.
there. Yep. These praise are from working with Dave. Yeah.
They are, Mike. I agree. And hence, so it's kind of a trickle-down effect, right? So early 2020, obviously everything was happening in March, and I noticed that a lot of grays hair started to come in for me. And what changed between February 2020 and March 2020? It wasn't COVID. It was me starting to work daily with Glenn.
Right.
So it's a trickle-down effect. So now I got the grays from Glenn. Juliana got the grays from me. And Darina, you don't have any grays, and you've worked with none of us. So you just see it really does. It connects. It tracks.
I am the master of illusion with the gray, so don't give too much credit. But I'm glad that you said that because it's working.
So Glenn, whose house are you not at today?
This is the Griffin Hotel, property managed by our good friends over at Chesapeake Hospitality.
Hospitality. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
I like this.
Shout out to
I like
Chris and
this
team.
background. Honestly, Dave, I really wanted to do it back outside like I did last week's show, my pre-vacation show, but it's just too dang hot in there. So I'm being a little chicken and just kind of hanging out.
And you don't want to have the basement concrete jail cell look I have here? I think I have a great background. Thank you very much.
I think it's great, man. I mean, it's great to see, that schedule over there that you have back there.
Yes, it is a wonderful schedule. Which one are we looking at? Are we looking at this one or this wall? There's two.
That one.
There's two walls. Oh, that schedule? Yeah, that's a fun schedule. You know what? I won't even bore you with it because it will just bring this show so much more fun. There's so many numbers on there that I'm dealing with. Pacing reports.
What's your favorite number on there? Mine was 9. What was
favorite number on here? Would have to be the time I wrote it, I guess. I don't know.
I think, Glenn, I'm going to have to send David one of those aperture pocket lights that does the police, the disco ball, fire, and everything else that way.
We got a breaking question for Dave here. Gary asks, "Hey, Dave, do you have a stainless steel toilet in the corner over there?"
You think I have a stainless steel toilet? You think I have a toilet in my jail cell? No, my toilet is 2 floors above me. I have to travel to get over to the restroom. Okay, thank you very much.
Throw a bag and wish them luck.
Mike McManus says, Darina, your gray hairs are going to pop up right after this show. I can't argue with that logic.
I think I have to agree with you on that one.
Darina is a really smart lady. She's got her beautician all set. She's standing by.
Oh my God!
This will be done by your time 3:15. You'll be taken care of, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Are you the only one drinking on today's show?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
He's got to be.
There you go.
No, I'm going to be drinking that for everybody. In fact, soon I may have to take a respite, go downstairs and refill the Casamigos tequila over there.
Wait, you're going downstairs? Where are you? You're not in the basement?
No, he does not live in the basement.
That's confusing. Career.
But if you notice, I'm mobile.
Yeah.
So you know what we're going to do? We are going to open up the Sullivan refrigerator and grab another cold one.
I love that you're mobile.
Yes.
Remember when Craig had the fridge cam on it, or was it you, Glenn? Somebody had a fridge cam.
That was me. Yeah.
That was. And so let me tell you guys, that was really the peak quality of our of a still closed fridge.
I know.
On camera, we've never done anything better.
And we debunked that the light stays on if the doors are closed. So, that was our public service announcement for the year.
That's right. That's right, everybody. We're here for you, viewer. We've cracked all the hard issues over here, Darina. So, what other issues do you think we should tackle over here? We're good at refilling drinks. We're good at seeing if lights are out in the refrigerators. All of those kinds of things.
We're making pirate eye patches.
You probably get
DIY.
All right.
How about construction safety? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Do that all day. Well, what do you guys want to talk about construction safety?
No, I don't. I was just kidding.
I would say because I'm like, please.
So
is that what your company does?
Thing I did on vacation.
That's part of it. Yeah.
This entire week. I think the favorite thing that I did, and this is going to sound super corny, is I just loved watching my kids be happy and getting to spend time with them. It didn't matter where I was. It was that I was with them for 4 days straight without distraction.
There you go.
So great. It was just so much fun to be able to connect with them and get that back because we live such a busy life. So, all right. Daniel says, I'm thinking of a number between 150. What is it? 42, of course, because that is the answer to the ultimate question in the universe. 42.
I'm going to go with 33 because that's how old I am.
I'm going to go with 40 because that's how old I am.
Oh, yeah. Y'all showing off.
I'm really feeling old now.
Greg, you can't take your age because it's outside the parameters of Daniel's challenge.
Yeah, it is. I'm just old and comfortable now. That's all I can say.
But can you point something out for me? I'm 33. Greg's gone again. I'm 33. Darina, apparently you're 40, but for some reason you look like you're like 28. And I look like I'm 43. There's a problem.
Hey. You know what? I will say definitely genetics. I don't know. Was it that maybe my kids keep me young, but at the same time, I'm like, it kind of does the opposite too. So maybe I'm just kind of like in the middle of it. I don't know. But no, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just, was it that really, I don't do anything crazy. I just, what I like to eat in moderation is, Craig was saying, the older I get, I can tell you, it's like it's comfort first and then everything else. So every decision I make, I'm like, is it going to be comfortable? Great. And then everything else can fall in the line. And as long as there's food.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting on the airline, Is it business class with hopefully a bump to first, or am I sitting in steerage?
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah, we're not doing the steerage.
It sounds like Glenn's motto towards dress codes.
What?
Being comfortable before anything.
That's right. It's great. That's like, hey, Darina, so, No Vacancy Live every week, which incidentally airs noon Eastern time through Thursdays. Anthony usually wears a suit, jacket, and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, totally
whatever.
I'm rolling out of bed. You're lucky I took a shower today, kind of.
We're lucky you brushed your hair, okay?
I know. I did not shower. I did.
I just have to, a little bit of that. Like my boyfriend, the same thing. I'm like, is it just a boy thing? It's like sometimes I'm like, it's time for an annual shower, babe. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, it's time.
Darina, I definitely learned this week that it is definitely a teenage boy
thing. Yeah.
I missed the top of the show, guys. Sorry, I was there with a little hotel business, so I got on a little bit late. Did Glenn play the video?
No, because we didn't have a drink of the week, so he's safe.
I probably should have said this.
I don't know if I'm going to give that one a pass, Craig.
You shouldn't.
We play it whenever. You've been drinking Coronas for 10 weeks straight. Nothing has changed, and that video has had to be played. So Glenn has let us down once again.
Well, okay, let me explain the Coronas for 10 weeks straight. I think we have to thank our good friend and Click exhibitor Ryan Huntsman for the god-awful drink that he came up with, which was alcohol on top of alcohol. And it was like I was going to do the Danny Thomas, I'm dating myself, spit take all over my house. That was so horrible. So
I do
Oh
remember
my
that episode.
God.
Yes, that was an interesting episode to say the least. An interesting
my
drink.
God.
But Glenn, I want to go back to something you said because you had a vacation, as you were talking about, for the last week.
Yeah.
You're traveling around the country with your boys, and it sounds like a great time. And I'm glad you guys really had a good time.
Yeah.
So, give us what is the experience like going from that amazing, awesome experience with your boys and this really memorable trip, and immediately coming into this dumpster fire?
Well, other than Darina being a bright and shining star, a complete
Heaven on earth.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. A little unsettling. It's the same exact feeling I felt after rolling of the roller coaster with 8,000 inversions in that 300% humidity and 95 degrees. I'm green. I'm nauseous. I'm wishing I could just be put out of my misery. Pretty
Mike, you would think I would have learned this by now to keep my expectations low, but unfortunately, I just can't. I just,
No,
Glenn,
Dave, I'm not going to rise to the occasion. Get used to it. Oh my God, Amy, that French kiss martini was so
Yes.
good.
Yes, that
We'll have
was.
to share board and stuff like that. I totally got to do another one of those. Those were so good. Oh my God,
Those were outstanding.
That might have been the nummiest drink we've had on the show.
the nummiest drink. Can someone quote that and put that on a Grumpy Glenn t-shirt?
Yeah.
The nummiest drink.
Definitely nummiest. I'm telling you, it wasn't the most. I don't know. It was nummy.
Okay,
Darina,
let's get back to
what's your
vacation.
go-to drink?
Vacation's good. Would you? We could talk about how I built my entire vacation around where we're going to eat our next meal.
I just asked a question. We're gonna blow right through my question.
Sorry, didn't hear you. Please repeat it.
And that's our producer. Getting right in there.
So, Darina, what is your go-to drink? What is your nummy drink when you want to have a nummy drink?
Let me see. Well, so I am not I am not a big drinker. Believe it or not, I actually have an allergy to alcohol. You know the whole Asian glow thing? That is real. It is absolutely 1,000% real. It's like as soon as it hits my palate, it's like I get like
and that's when Darina discovered she loved crack.
Glenn,
we
have a responsibility as broadcasters to not reveal our guests' most intimate secrets. Okay?
Think of the children.
Hey, takes one to know one. That's all I got to say.
Hey, yeah, good answer. And this is not.
He was right there next to
me. I love it.
My God.
This
hey,
is
David.
a very sassy show. I'm enjoying it. You guys are kind of coming on today. Usually, I have to kind of drag it out of you guys a little bit. Today,
I'm so glad you're enjoying it because this is fucking hell for me.
Okay, so hey, David, let me ask you something. You got those pictures that I sent you? Can you bring up that second one since we're talking about vacations?
Well, unfortunately, like Glenn, I am just a huge disappointment. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm actually good at my job.
Oh.
Okay, so since we're talking about vacations, that is, and it is under construction here in Palm Springs, California, and that spans over 17 acres.
That pool?
All right. Yes. Well, the whole facility, actually. Now, my question is this. I mean, it looks beautiful, and it's friends of ours that been involved with the architectural side and everything else, so I'm sure I'm going to piss somebody off. But Southern California is a freaking desert, and we're in the middle of a damn drought. Is this really a good idea?
You know what? I'm good with the pool, much more so than the golf courses.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing I was going to bring up. You got two water hogs there. The golf courses and the pool. So
but that's
I'm not sure.
That's much more of a philosophical thing. And you, Mr. Super California guy, you're just not going to be happy with any of that kind of stuff.
Not right now. Not when my water bills are going up. I think,
but if you're looking at the numbers, the amount of people that could enjoy that golf course in a single day to the amount of people that will be able to utilize that
the pool, different story.
Right. I think you got to be fair with how you compare it.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, how many people are actually getting in there with surfboards where, you know, I think maybe a couple of different versions of that pool that were more multi-purposed.
Right.
So you can put people in there without surfboards, maybe been a better idea. Something like our friends at Great Wolf.
You didn't say that, Craig. You didn't mention you can only surf in that pool. You didn't say that.
Yeah.
Well, it's huge. I mean, I thought that was a given. I understood that. Sorry you didn't get that.
Someone's not as well traveled, okay? If my
but you haven't been to the beach.
You know, I would say this. You know, if my boss from 2020 paid me a little more, I wouldn't have to have this second job to make ends living, and I can go travel the world and see these things. But unfortunately, Scrooge McDuck up there keeps the penny pinching pockets nice and tight, and you know, so here I am in the basement.
See, but Glenn, I make it up to him because I sent it to him in merch. So
that's true. And Craig did send me and my wife some beautiful. I have my original one here somewhere.
Greg is the most generous click merch guy that I've ever seen on the planet.
Still waiting for those
every day I go to the mailbox, I'm like, Jesus, how much is dude spending on merch?
Books. We got our great books. We got several more of them, and actually comes in very handy as I'm here at the hotel. I'm just jotting down little notes here and there. So thank you, Craig. I've only known you for a few months. You've given me much more than Glenn has ever.
Man, a lot of shade around here.
You stick to it. All right, listen, I'm having a crisis right now.
But he takes you on road trips where you almost die. So
I'm on vacation.
He does take me on road trips to the Catskill Mountains in the snow with no cell service. That did happen because of Glenn. That's true.
Oh my God.
So Glenn did give me something. Anxiety, gray hair, and a strong fear of freezing to death.
Right, and here's the thing. Rena, here's the thing. It's not like Dave was like in the Revenant or something like that. Like finding up pears in minus 20-degree weather. He had to go like 20 minutes on a slick
20
road.
minutes was an hour and 30 drive.
No, normally it's 20 minutes. So
okay, so Glenn, go get yourself a road bag. I'm going to reset our story so that when you come back, people can know what's going on.
Bye, Glenn.
Let me reset the story for anybody that did not see our special 500th episode. Darina, I got to reset the story for you. So we at part of No Vacancy Live, we do several remotes, and one of the remotes we were doing was in the Resorts World Catskills. Great property. I've talked about it on the show a lot. Mm-hmm. So since we were in the Catskills, we have our good friends up at the Roxbury Hotel, Greg Henderson and his partner. And so we said, since we're in the Catskills, we'll go do the Roxbury Hotel after that. So it made sense. We're up there Monday to do. Actually, it was the Monday after the Super Bowl. We did the Resorts World Catskills show. We're doing Roxbury. We're driving up there Tuesday morning. It decides to snow Tuesday morning. Oh, no. So we're like, okay, well, Glenn's like, let's just still go. Okay, fine, we go. We're traveling through the Catskills Mountains. Now, again, the GPS doesn't know it's snowing. We're on these back roads that clearly are only inhabited by like people that have a lot of money, and this is their summer homes. There's no lights, there's no shoveling. There's literally, this is a literal
That's terrifying.
Icicles that are from the ceiling, the roof to the ground, touching about this thick.
Are you serious?
And we're driving on this road in four-wheel drives. Four-wheel drive cars skidding off the road because it wasn't treated, it wasn't plowed. We're going maybe 10 miles an hour. My car is slipping back. And to top it all off, Darina, because we're in the Catskill Mountains, there's no cell service.
And you got Glenn in the car.
No, we took separate cars. So we weren't even together. So
Are you serious?
Glenn left 20 minutes before me. I left about, obviously, 20 minutes after Glenn. And Anthony left behind all of us. So if one of us got stuck, if one of us put off the road, the other ones wouldn't know. There's no cell service to call someone. There's no one in these houses. They're all winterized. And it was honestly the most adrenaline driving experience of my life. That's going 10 miles an hour for 90 minutes in snow with no cell service.
Oh
Now,
my
I will
goodness.
say this: the hotel, the Roxbury Hotel. And if you guys haven't seen it, you have to check it out. Go back
That's
and
a
check
beautiful
out the episode.
hotel. Yeah.
When we turned
Beautiful
into
hotel.
there, all of that frustration, all of that anxiety, literally dissipated in one shot. But at the moment, I'm sitting there thinking, Glenn's
Shot
gonna
of
get me
what?
killed. No, I said it all dissipated in one shot. Like it was all gone in a second. But the entire time I'm thinking Glenn's gonna get me killed. So yes, Mike, not only does Glenn give me wisdom and low self-esteem, he does give me both of those things. He also gives me
I've been
a
talking
fear of
about
death.
this the entire time I've been gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to change the subject, Darina was the very last guest of season 4 of Click Connect, and it's a great episode. So go check her out on that. That's our serious show.
Wow.
And we're getting ready to kick off and start filming season 5 of Click Connect in September.
Do I need to run the Plugapalooza?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, what's going on here? Look at you.
No.
You're very aggressive.
So,
It was interesting.
well, we're hearing about no vacancy. So I got to get a couple of things.
I really do. I am really a shameless plugger throughout the entire.
You know what's very interesting?
Absolutely right.
What's very interesting is that every week Glenn forgets to play the intro video, but he never forgets to play the plug video, which just tells me that Glenn is so infatuated with
at least
talking about
he's got his
himself.
priorities straight. Okay, come on.
We need to make it up to our guests, who are suffering through this.
Too funny.
So,
Oh my
Darina,
God.
you're 37 minutes into Friday Night Audit. Is this possibly the biggest regret of your life?
Not yet.
We still have,
Give it
we still have
time. Give it
23 more
time.
minutes.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is actually a lot of fun. You mean, Craig had kind of given me an idea what it was about, but not having done it, and again, not someone who was doing these things all the time. I'm not a huge social media person. I have it, but it's just, it's kind of like everybody else does. It's like, kind of. Yeah, just kind of, like obviously kids, family, I've got family abroad, like most folks. So, but yeah, no, this is actually, I like it because, like I said, you meet new folks, you get to talk about things that you normally don't get to catch up with people on, So, but yeah, I think it's great. So yeah, so nothing yet, and like I said, I'm the master of illusion. I can deal with it. It's great.
So, Darina, let's touch on the conference circuit. You were at Alice with Glenn and I. And various others, and not Dave. And have you gotten anything subsequently? Do you have any good stories to share from a recent conference?
So Alice is probably the most largest conference I've gone to for 2021.
Which one?
Coast down.
I was looking at this spam that we got over here, so I got a little confused.
That's our Twitch spam. We get the Twitch spam all the time, and that's literally our only viewer on Twitch, Glenn. So we just let them live.
Somebody signed up. So person who followed us on Twitch. I know we're not video games and stuff like that, but what the hell? Anyway, Darina, sorry.
No worries. Well, with Alice, of course, it's been a funny year just because the pandemic. They didn't bring in the numbers that they were quite expecting on an average. But even then, with the pandemic, I think the number of folks, it was a lot less. So I will say this for those who have attended. You literally get, thousands of people who go. So, you feel like you got to kind of fast forward a lot of what you're doing, a lot of conversations.
Right.
But it's a great way to meet the right people. You pretty much always have the stakeholders there, from the owner side. Maybe you got like folks like myself, a consultant. So, so the one great thing I did appreciate about this year is that because it was less of an audience and registrants, you really got to kind of have some more meaningful conversations, I guess you could say, instead of just kind of like, hey, bye, let's exchange business cards. And I think Craig, you and I even talked about this, like again with the lodging conference, which I actually would like to go this year, but with everything going on, we just kind of had to pick and choose. But right. But that's why I always say Alice is, I feel like, it's right in our backyard. We're right in downtown LA. It's always in the JW Marriott LA Live. And so I feel like, again, it's the best place to kind of meet as much people as you can. And when you get to the lodging conference, when you kind of really kind of, foster those relationships just kind of really
Right.
kind of make those connections. So, because as you know, at the lodging conference, I love it too. I mean, it's like great resort. Everything's all centralized, you know. And like I said, they got restaurants outside the place as well, but everything is pretty much there. You don't have to drive anywhere. So
That's
great.
absolutely right. And Darina, we've talked about this on both this show and No Vacancy Live, airing 12 o'clock Monday through Thursday. Thank you, Craig, for reminding me how good I am at plugging stuff.
Hey, do a plug for my show too, would you?
Yeah. Right. And Darina, your appearance on Click Connect was probably the single finest moment I've ever seen.
Certainly the single finest moment in Craig's career.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. But
so will I.
Yeah. And I probably said this on air before, is that I felt if you went to Alice, because there was less, or I should say fewer people there, I'd like to say grammatically correct, that you really got a shortcut to the real decision makers over there. So for those who were in, you were much more part of the in club than at other events that we've been to. And I felt pretty good about that part of it.
Yeah, myself as well. I will say though, there was some disappointment because, you know, a good amount of those folks who didn't attend were also folks I, you know, wanted to also have conversations with as well. So
Absolutely.
But Alice, I think if they stay on schedules they did, you know, obviously prior to this year, you know, it's going to be in less than 6 months. So, you know, so hopefully, you know, it'll be kind of back to its usual numbers by 2022.
I think you're right about that. And you know what? Glenn and I will be at the lodging conference without David. But we may have a live show if our friends from Twin Peaks reach out to us and do that during the event as well.
I got to reach out to them for sure. Lodging conference prices go up September 1st. That's just days away. Oh.
Yes.
I can't believe it. Oh,
He has to go on his computer at home.
Look at this.
Register on a website.
Mike was our guest last week, Darina. So he's like throwing it down.
He's throwing a lot of shade at you, Darina. You're saying you're the second guest, the second guest.
This sounds like a challenge. Well, you know, with that, you guys have to bring me back on, and you know, we're gonna let the audience kind of decide.
Let's.
I was like, what's the prize? I need a prize.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna have you both on this show, and the winner gets to spend a week at David's house. Okay?
You mean the
yeah, I think that's about right.
And then David gets to stay at Glenn's house for a week, and then Glenn gets to stay at my house for a week.
Where are you staying?
I'm staying at my other house on Maui. So,
well, all right.
You asked.
Thank you,
I told you.
So, Darina, I don't know if you guys talked about this before, but what does KCS West do?
So KCS West. So if folks who aren't familiar, it's an acronym. It's actually part of the Kojima USA group. So Kojima is actually a very long time, nearly 2 centuries, been around for over 170 years, originally from Japan. So if you go to Japan today,
Nintendo,
you know,
started like as a trading card company.
Exactly. Which thing, I think Nintendo's opening soon at Universal Studios. I'm definitely going to check that out. But yeah, so Kojima's actually 170-year company.
3 hours. You know, it's already open at the
Is it?
At the Japan property.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's in northern Japan. I'm forgetting which city it's in. Oh, I'm killing myself. But yeah, it's open there. Go check out the ride YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's really cool. Sorry.
That's because you're on vacation, Glenn.
Yeah.
In theme park mode. I wish I was at one of the real theme parks, not one of the ones that I wound up going to. But anyway.
Yeah, I can understand that. So we're a pre-construction and general contractor. So in Japan, you know, a good amount of like the, you know, infrastructure, public and private. Like I said, they did quite well for themselves. Then took their operations to the U.S. in 1964. So we've been in the U.S. since 64. The building that we're at now is actually right in the heart of Little Tokyo, only proper, we're a Japanese company. We actually we developed and built that entire parcel. The double tree in downtown LA.
Yep.
So that whole thing, even the building that we're in. So we actually did all that way back when. And but yeah, so pre-construction, general contracting, we cover pretty much all commercial, and mainly our active markets are hospitality, even though it's a bit stale right now, but multifamily, and we actually are doing a condo project. Again, we don't typically do those all the time, it's case by case. And then, of course, post-production sound stages. We do those all day. It's a very niche market. Not many people know about it. But we work with all the big guys that you can imagine, Amazon, Netflix, those guys. So we actually have a very large, good department for that niche market. And then also industrial, so cold storage, tilt-ups, so manufacturing. So a lot of the e-commerce, which everyone knows, it's huge influx on that, right? I mean, just when the pandemic kicked off. So you're starting to see a lot of that, right?
All those, or are you just like the hospitality person? How does that work?
Oh, I didn't hear the first out of the questions.
Are you across all disciplines, or are you focused on the hospitality side?
All disciplines, really. So, I mean, if you look at our portfolio, we've pretty much, just given our history, we did the San Francisco Stadium, which is the Padres, and then for example, we did Long Beach Aquarium.
You mean like Giants?
Oh, Giants, sorry. And then
apparently sponsoring us, correct?
Yes, they are.
I don't know any other team, but the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah, listen, Darina, I'm like the fact that I said the San Francisco Giants, I was totally showing off.
Yeah, sports skills are not really there. I think we've got a free studio construction coming from Darina and KCS. So
that's what I was going to say. Darina, you're doing professional sound studios, and Glenn's trying to be professional something with audio. So at some point, can you get him out of his basement and get him a real sound system?
We'll hook you up, Glenn.
Hey, don't set such high expectations for me, okay? We talked before.
Yes, and San Francisco, the Niners, of course. I was like,
there you go.
Was it but yeah, so we pretty much those are mainly the active areas that we're in, but depending on the case or the project or delivery, then again, case by case on that. But again, we just don't do single family homes. That's pretty much the only thing we don't touch. The only thing we don't touch.
Did you do the Golden State Warriors Stadium as well?
No, we did not do that. No, it was strictly just the baseball stadium. So
okay, that is a beautiful stadium, absolutely.
And the good news is baseball is so boring. You'll have a chance to look around and really check out how the stadium looks.
Yeah, but Glenn and I are making baseball fun again. There'll be an announcement on that down the road.
Yes, Craig, come on, talk about this. You're not supposed to share that.
Oh, that's right, because David's not coming, is he?
No, he's not.
No.
But can I just say
bomb on Dave?
Look at the way Craig is sitting, and it reminds me of something.
I feel like someone should be feeding him grapes.
The Dos Equis guy.
Oh, David, you are going to pay for that. You know that, right?
David's kind of scary. You had that ready.
You guys are going to. I'm going to be safe in New York City the entire time.
Yeah, but I could be there in 5.5 hours. 4 if Glenn sends the corporate jet because it's faster.
Baseball fun again. When was it? It was
Whoa,
now you're before they invented entertainment.
I am a big baseball fan, all of you people. So,
by the way,
and what team?
Don't forget, I'm on BT Talks Baseball every Sunday night. I totally forgot about that.
Plug-a-palooza.
This week we'll be talking about Los Angeles and where to eat and where to hang out. So,
so at this point, we might as well play the intro video at the end.
Oh my God! And you didn't invite me on that show?
Which BT Talks Baseball?
Yeah. And where to hang and eat in LA, and you didn't ask me? Wow.
I don't have that decision-making power, man.
Wow. David, it goes right up there with the book that we never got. So,
Well, it's a good thing I have my 5,000-page book.
Are you talking about this book, The Adapters, that I
the Adapters
that I helped write? That's available on Amazon.com.
Oh.
Wow. That's the book.
I am flagrantly violating the no Pugapalooza rule, pre-Pugapalooza.
Mike says that Craig
you do every week.
Hasselhoff pose, but after Glenn's jump in the pool last week, you got the bod, Glenn.
There you go.
Definitely got the bod, not the good bod.
The dad bod.
Hey, Suzanne, how are you doing, producer?
Suzanne.
What are we snuffing out?
What?
I don't know. I missed something, I guess.
I think so.
So, Darina, this is the part of the show where everything just falls off the table. And furthermore than it already has.
Another 51 minutes, which was really solid.
It's a real qual. Well, that's because Darina was here, you know. Wait, I lost my iPad. So I got to make another. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to plug a Palooza, my new
eye patch
DIY with Dave show. I think that's going to be
cigarette, Greg. Your cigarette.
Oh, the cigarette. Yeah. So DIY with Dave is going to be coming to you guys live every Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. on all your favorite streaming channels.
That's right. He gets famous hoteliers to give up their careers in favor of arts and crafts.
Yeah.
This Monday, we're going to be doing
Pirates Dave's
lanyards. Hey, Mike, have a good weekend, buddy.
All right, so Dave, I feel like you've moved us inexorably towards the moment that everybody tunes in for, which is, of course, that's right. It's Plug Palooza, Darina, a chance for you to be shameless.
All right.
How Craig and myself and Dave have been for the last 52 minutes. Plug away. How do we learn more about you? Tell us something great that you've done over at KCS West. Whatever you want. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much again. Pleasure to be here. So yes, KCS West, part of the Kojima USA group. Again, we do pre-construction and general contracting. We do not self-perform. Again, been in the U.S. since '64. The company itself, nearly 2 centuries. Again, we're based in Little Tokyo, downtown LA. And then again, of course, that includes, again, hospitality, multifamily, post-production sound stages, and industrial markets. So, yeah.
Wait, tell me about a post-production soundstage, because it's post-production, but I thought production was the soundstage part. How's that work?
So post-production is so sound stages is essentially where you do all the action, right? It's where you capture all the sound, all the movement. Post-production is actually the actor.
Post-production, comma.
Yeah, sound stage.
All right.
Yeah. Or forward play.
I know all about post-production, and for those of you who don't remember, I was in the center of the New York City music video editorial world in 1996 through 2000. So Darina, tune into other episodes where we talk about how I used to hang out with Puffy and all those kind of people.
Oh, don't you mean P. Diddy now? Isn't it P. Diddy? Or did he go back to Puff Daddy?
I think he's now Puffapalooza or something.
Actually, no, I think he's Prince. He just has a symbol, and that's pretty much it.
It's like every 5 years he issues a press release with a name change or something like that. I can't really anymore.
Glenn, what is happening here? What is happening here, Glenn?
All right, so I was at a bar mitzvah, and they were serving tiny food and drink, and I thought it'd make a great picture. And it wound up being a great photo that I've used for my business cards. I love it.
That actually stands pretty in line with your business.
Yeah. Oh.
It really does.
Wow. Don't have to read between the lines on that one
I'm
now, do we?
Ignoring the subtext, Craig. Ignoring it. Palooza, not Mina-palooza, but Darina. Any other shameless plugs that you have here?
Shameless plug.
Maybe the name of the woman who takes care of your hair. I don't know.
Oh, actually, you know what? That would be me.
Hey, great job.
Hey, you know what, Dave? That's another DIY that you could,
All right, so DIY Monday we're doing lanyards. Tuesday we're doing hair dye with Darina. We're gonna hashtag.
We got something going. I think I like it. I think you should make that a trend, for sure.
Oh my God, lanyards! I loved doing the lanyard thing in camp in like 1982. I could only perfect the box stitch. I couldn't really do Cobra or anything like that. It was really was really unfortunate.
They were still doing it in camp when I was there in 1996. They're still doing it now when my kids are in camp in 2021. So nothing has changed
That's great
for the last Glenn Houseman's lifetime of years.
I love it. I love it. That was like a real cool little thing. It was dumb, but it was fun, and it was really neat. All right. Yeah, Pirate Dave, you got to.
Oh, I would say just one shameless thing. I was going to say, I wouldn't say shameless, but it is part of me. But I tend to have very clammy hands. I just, it's like, it's weird. It's like, it's either body temperature, and it seems kind of silly, but like, it's bad. It's like not your normal.
To be fair, my old college roommate used to be like that. We'd be playing video games. And it was very competitive and very intense. And he would always be sitting there wiping his hands off.
He knows my pain.
So, it's not just you, Darina. It's not just you.
I figured. I've seen billboards on it. So I'm like, I'm not the only one. So, you got this condition? Call me, whoever that is.
So we have a lot of shows that we could just do with Darina. There's a lot we could do. We're going to do Dying with Darina. We're going to do Clammy Hands with Darina. We're going to do Construction and Sound Stages with Darina.
You got to stick with the alliteration and call it like Damp Digits with Darina or something.
I love it.
I love it.
There you go. That might be it.
All right, have your people call my people. We're gonna set up a show for you. Okay.
It sounds like D&D DYI. So
there you go. Actually, no, the double D's. How about that?
Ooh, I like it. I'm in.
All right, we're gonna add a mature rating to this.
I am totally in for that one.
Unfortunately, I'm so naive. I thought you were talking about batteries or something like that. All right.
Apparently, you're on top of your game today, which really means your game is not
a good game.
Especially considering he's been on vacation.
Listen, Suzanne, honestly, I had game for 18 minutes on November 13th, 1987. It was an amazing moment. It was really an inflection point for me, and I just can't wait to get back to that. It's like when that high school quarterback who throws that famous pass, in that final game in the season, and then he has to live with that for the next 40 years. That was me. So Dave, tell us a little bit about your plug.
Well, a little different today. I mean, obviously, Times Square today is out there. We're going to talk. We have the September edition coming soon with the cool Ferris wheel in Times Square. I probably should have put the picture out of that, but there's a 110-foot Ferris wheel in the middle of Times Square right now, which is not something you see every day. And there's a lot of stuff you see in New York every day. So that was a new one for me when I was walking up. But I'm going to slow my roll for a little bit.
Oh boy!
Turn to a serious conversation. I'm going to do a serious conversation with my eye patch on.
Oh my God.
So as much as I talk nonsense on this show and all of my sass that I bring to this show, I want to tell you guys both that, and Darina too, because you're here today, that I really thank you guys for bringing me on this journey. This has been such a fun episode, and I was thinking about it on the way in today. I was so excited to get on the show today. It really is a better way to end my week. So thank you guys for doing this and having and bringing me along. And as Glenn's favorite quote is, riding his coattails.
That's
brilliant, Dave.
Really
Thank
sweet,
you.
but also kind of awkward. Darina, I was about to tell him he can't do the show anymore. But I guess now I'm committed. All right, he'll be back for episode number 27.
Yeah.
Craig, any plugs that you want to make this particular?
Yeah, we're getting ready to start filming the 5th season of Click Connect. It looks like we are going to be relaunching Check Out California in January. So I will be back on the road, crisscrossing California, bringing you the best of hospitality.
When you crisscross California, does it make you want to jump?
Jump. Absolutely.
Get that reference?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's it.
How could you not?
Do you have to be born before 1980?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I wouldn't say 4, but you got to be close to it.
You got to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be close.
89, 90, 91 range.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
91.
So
in 1991, I was 3.
well,
You were
yeah,
3?
Yeah. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn.
Love
I'm
it.
so glad you hit that sound effect.
All right. Dan got the
So-
reference over there.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say, Dave. That means you're too young to date me. That's just. That's also kind of like. I'm like, you don't know that reference. I'm like, see ya.
Well, wait a minute. We have to have a conversation about that. All right, I have to get educated because I didn't.
Get
I
your
have to
trivia
feel-
right. You want to get on some dates? Come on,
my
man.
God.
I need to get my
the
trivia
first
right.
time this week this has happened, Anthony and I were texting a whole explaining to him thing why something was
Yes, they were. So Anthony,
Wow.
Anthony
You
made
got to
a
be
reference.
kidding me.
Anthony made a reference. Glenn got the reference. I
Right.
just stayed quiet. Anthony goes, Dave has no clue what's going on. I'm like,
Right.
you're right, I don't.
And so Greg, slowly I turn. Step
By step. Oh my God, David,
Oh,
you led
man.
a sheltered life.
I mean, now I know it because Glenn and Anthony or Johnny
Oh
on the
my
spots and sent it to
God.
me on YouTube. But the best part is they weren't even talking about the same video. They were talking about the same
What?
thing, but
Yeah.
Glenn was talking
It was-
about the Three
because there was a
Stooges.
big- it was a
Anthony was
thing.
talking about Abbott and Costello. So
Oh.
they weren't even
No
what they were talking about.
way. That's insane. Oh, my God.
Andrea, this
Too
is not an
funny.
age-appropriate show for really anybody at all.
Hi, Andrea.
She got that right. He's kidding.
Darina, you need to connect with Andrea. She's
It's
with a
like
great,
Yeah,
great
I
design
know.
firm.
Definitely. Yeah, I actually would love to. So, yeah. Anyone on KCS West, let me know.
Amy says Darina rocked the
Oh,
show.
thank you
Well
so
done
much,
keeping up with the
Amy.
boys. You absolutely did. Not only did you not keep up with us because it's really not
Oh,
hard to,
she kicked
it's
our
not even hard to
asses.
surpass us. But you definitely brought the show up a notch. So.
Oh, thank you guys. So I won.
You won.
You
Yeah,
definitely won.
I'll tell you what
Biggest
else is going to bring the show up a notch. Me hitting the end broadcast button is what's
Wait a second. First of all, not only did Glenn forget the intro video, he forgot. So
video. And you haven't even been drinking tequila.
you did the video? You did the video?
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Oh,
Yes.
I must have been texting somebody more important. Sorry.
I did.
Wow.
however,
Our producer wasn't paying attention, Glenn. I don't know. I'm glad you're not overpaying him.
I did forget.
I don't know how I completely bypassed the video.
But I'm going to feel awfully righteous about this come Monday, mother
Oh my God, get it, Glenn.
Live Monday through Thursday. Begrudgingly, I will be back in the chair again with the one and only Anthony Melcuri. You might know him from many places, such as No Vacancy Live, which airs every day, Monday through Thursday at noon time, East Coast time, 9 a.m. Darina time. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Any final words before we get into our weekend here? I'm actually having fun this week. The other 25 episodes, not so much. This week, I'm enjoying it.
That's because Darina came in and stepped up the show.
You know, hello.
Hey, who books the guests?
We went from Mike McManus to Darina. I mean, you really can't get much wider of a range than that.
But no.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everybody. We're going to end this show. Darina, just hang out there. After we end the broadcast, we'll wrap up. But everybody, thank you so much for being here.